Okay, we are recording this uh, thing through the Nimbus thing so that we can get a copy of this because you can't use Zoom to record playing in Zoom. It won't let you use both, so I don't think. Anyway, after you get your account set up, or at least you open your account and you get your software downloaded, the first thing you want to do is go to your meeting settings. Okay, and they are right here. And first, let's see my profile. This is what profile, sign in, email, personal ID, sign in. This is the basic package, as you can see. So we're going to go here and we're going to change our meeting settings. I mean, you can see where you can edit your picture and all that. That's when you first get the setup. So we'll go to the meeting settings, okay? And I'm going to first edit the basic meeting things. You can see the ones that they've got checked in green, okay? Uh, I'm going to edit this. I'm also going to let it auto save chats, allow the host to put the attendee on hold, play sounds for joining and leaving, and I can fix it so that it's heard by hosts only or heard by hosts and all attendees. I'm going to leave it so that the attendees hear whenever somebody comes in. When each attendee participates by telephone, now if they call in by telephone, I can allow them to record and play their own voice. I'm not going to set that. Feedback to Zoom, send annotations, nonverbal feedback. Let's see what this says. This says participants in the meeting can provide nonverbal feedback. Oh yeah, I will show you that later. That's a neat little thing to have. Okay, so we're going to save changes to that. Okay, it says change now. See all the extra green stuff? Now we're going to do exactly the same thing with this advanced settings. We're going to allow breakout rooms, uh, virtual backgrounds, share dual cameras, attention auto tracking, waiting room, uh, fire in camera control. I'm not sure what that means. Let's see what this file transfer say. Hosts and participants about to chapter cannot be enabled if end-to-end encryption option is enabled. This is good to know. In other words, you can encrypt this whole thing end to end with, and most people would want that. But if you go to transfer a file, if you're using file transfer, you can't encrypt it end to end. So I'm going to set it to allow file transfers, uh, frying camera control, and closed caption. Closed caption, I think that you have to specify somebody to do the closed captioning. So we're going to leave that off for now. We're going to say save changes. Now you see here it's got the next section is allows only for local recording on a basic account. You cannot record to the cloud. You can, however, set it to automatically start recording when you start the thing up. I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm going to leave that alone. Email notification when they join, before host, when a meeting is canceled, so international numbers. On the invitation link, you can or can't set that. I see nothing wrong with it. Then here you can set end-to-end encryption and generate and require passwords for participants joining by phone. And then you have global dial-in countries. And here you can set a whole slew of dial-in countries. If you want to Oh, I dial in by phone. Oh, baby, you have got a bunch of them. Okay, so we're going to cancel that because we're not. I'm not big on phone ins. If you're using video, then you should be using video. That's my personal opinion. But you can set that either way you want. In the end encryption here, you see this. It says meeting content is encrypting using AES 256. This option is enabled. The file transfer option cannot be enabled. So it's, do you want to allow the encryption or allow the file transfer thing? I personally think that the file transfer thing is more important than the encryption in most cases. Now, if you're talking about contracts and stuff and you want to keep it really private, then yes, you should, you know, do that. Uh, so we've got all that done. And that's how I've got mine set up. Of course, you can use remote support. Now, remote support, there is a special case that I'm researching right now. Uh, it may be that you want to allow the remote support in case you want to be using Google Forms so that everybody can fill them out online. That is being, I'm dealing with the support department at Zoom about that right now. We'll talk about that later. Basically, that is it. We are going to stop this now. We're going to stop recording at 7 minutes.